Have more confidence and faith in the process, trust the process, and be positive, about everything that's going on. It might be dark at the time, and I've been in so many dark moments, from losing jobs, from dealing with breakups, from dealing with, being on the streets and stuff like that. So you have to just trick yourself. Everything is in the mind. Everything is in your mind. And once the mind gets connected to the heart and to the spirit, everything starts to unfold. So you have to just stay positive in the midst of darkness. And it starts with telling yourself positive things and affirmations, or I shall be. It starts with that first. And once you become that believer, then you'll start attracting things. That law of attraction will just start coming. That's just how the universe works. What you put in is what you get out. So that's pretty much, how I feel about the negative versus the, positive, yeah. What's up, world? This is Drew Sanders here, co-founder of the Aware brand and CEO of Fly Nation Entertainment. I think being successful is really living out your purpose, and you have to really spend some time with yourself to figure out what your purpose is in life. And I'm really big on quality of life. If you are living in your purpose, which means that your quality of life is high, then you're doing your thing, you're successful. You can't really measure it off of money. I mean, some people measure success off of money, but I don't personally. I measure success off of me actually living the life that I actually painted for myself or pictured for myself. And that's success to me. That's what success looks like to me, living in my purpose. And my purpose always changes, but I always check in with myself. I always check in with myself and just seeing if I'm happy. Because if you're not living a happy life, you really living a terrible life, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really, that's not success, you know what I mean? But everybody has their own little gauge and their measure on it. But for me, it's really living in my purpose, and that's living in the high quality for me, So I'm a big writer, so I write down a lot of my goals. I write down a lot of my principles. I just write a lot, and I always look back into my notes and just to check in to see. And it's funny, I was just looking at a journal from like 2 years ago, and I wrote something out for myself, and I'm like, dang, I'm actually living that life right now. And so that's a check-in for me. Checking in just on the goals that I set out for myself. And I was talking to Timbaland one day, the producer, and I asked him he was at a panel, and I asked him a question. I was like, how do you stay grounded in the midst of everything that's happening? And he said, I always do check-ins. I check back in and see if I'm living up to the expectations I have for myself by the goals that I set for myself. So, that's what a check-in looks like for me, I shall be fearless. Attack with no fear, attack any situation with no fear. Even if it may make you uncomfortable a little bit, just attack and go for it. You never know what may be on the other side. So be fearless. I shall be fearless.